It's the 2002 draft lottery, but was it any good?
That's what we're here to figure out, and then cue the wops.
The wobbins and all.
The wobs.
Wob. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this. It's episode 4 of Cashing In, Marc-Ing. I'm Marc-Ing. He's Bobby Cash, and tonight it's your pick, is it not?
It's my pick, yes.
Why have you picked this particular episode of Raw?
Because it's on the network, and that makes it so much easier. No, I remember the draft lottery. I watched it when it was first on. I actually watched it on the bottom line on Sky One. So I've never actually seen the show all the way through. So I'd like to watch it.
This is the
simple as that.
First ever draft lottery, yes?
Yes.
Raw being run by Ric Flair.
Yes, we'll explain it for you, right? So Ric Flair returned in 2001 November time, saying that he was a 50-50 partner of the WWF with Vince. So they decided to have a feud, and then they decided to run a show each. Mm-hmm. So Vince would run SmackDown and Ric Flair would run Raw. They'd have their own separate rosters with feuds on both shows, 2 separate shows, and this is the draft where they pick the superstars for their respective show, and that's
there we go.
Simple as that. It was quite a interesting idea when it first came out. I mean, we know that the draft, the brand split became shit, but it was a good idea at first.
This was done because they originally wanted to, when they bought WCW, they wanted to have 2 separate brands. But basically, all the TV stations that the WWF were working with at the time said, "Fuck you!" And they wanted, "Do you want some WCW?"
Nothing to do with
no,
WCW.
in the slightest, no.
With it.
So this is Basically Plan B, essentially. It is March the 25th, 2002. We're at Penn State University in Pennsylvania, and the show starts off with Zombie Linda telling us that Stone Cold Steve Austin isn't eligible because he had walked out the night after WrestleMania, had he not, for a couple of weeks. And neither is Triple H, and neither is Chris Jericho.
Or Stephanie.
Oh, Stephanie. Those guys are in the main event tonight.
Because our main event of the evening is a triple threat match for the undisputed WWE. I hated that, undisputed. For the WWF title, it was Triple H defending against Chris Jericho versus Stephanie McMahon. So Stephanie McMahon was fighting for the world title on this show. In
a match where if she was pinned by Triple H, she would be fired. But more of that later on. Our first match, holy shit, it's Taz, and then even more holy shit.
Wait, holy shit part 2. It's versus Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect. Like, yeah! Actually, both marked off that one.
We did.
Match is crap.
The match is shit.
Only highlight.
We're not saying it's shit because it was short. We're saying it was shit because it was fucking shit.
The highlight for me is Perfect Plex, and Taz gets a stand on the ropes, so it's one of those me. Taz wins with a transmission and then says that Mr. Perfect's just another victim, which is nice.
Yeah, match lasts literally about a minute. Mm-hmm. It was awful. Move on. Okay,
in the back, Ric Flair and Arn Anderson talking about not having a plan A, but they've got a plan B and a plan C as well.
Good stuff.
Well done.
Right, so first, out comes Vince. He gets the first pick, which means he gets the first pick for SmackDown, and he chooses The Rock.
Good
Big
choice.
Pop, hey, The Rock.
Rock doesn't look very happy about this one,
no, because who would want to work for Vince? So The Rock comes out, and Vince tells him he's not allowed to do anything that makes him good, like call him a candy ass or it doesn't matter and all that kind of stuff, and go on.
Oh, basically, The Rock comes out, and because Vince had said, "I made The Rock," and so Rock comes out and says, "The Rock didn't make The Rock. The Rock's parents' genitalia didn't make The Rock. It was the people who made The Rock." And if this is my last chance to say this on Raw, he gets half the crowd to chant, "You are," the other half to chant, "An asshole." So you go, "You are an asshole," and they shout it with such glee.
Yeah, they do.
They are very happy.
And they keep it up all night.
They are very happy about the fact that they get to chant this. It's very entertaining, and and Rock has just so much charisma here. This is effortless for him. It's easy. It's very, very entertaining though. Very, very good. Next, though, Flair comes out for his first pick, and there's an emergency vehicle, obviously. Why wouldn't there be? It's rush hour on a Friday night. Ric Flair, who you may remember had fought The Undertaker at WrestleMania 18. His first pick is The Undertaker. Because of reasons.
He's not happy about it.
No, Taker is not impressed about this one fucking bit. Angle is with Vince in the back, and Angle's really not happy that he wasn't Vince's first pick. Really,
I'm going to gold medal.
Then Taker barges in, and he's really pissed off. Apparently Vince had made a point. Really though, I mean, ambulance is all over the shop. Look, there it is, right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But by the looks of things, Vince had promised Taker that Vince would, pick him, and he didn't. So Taker's really angry. Taker, really, but oh no, battery's low. Yeah, Vince says he will make it up to. I'll make it up to you, and you have my word on that, which is all good. Match number 2.
Yep, match number 2. It's it's Edge teaming up with. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. DDP. Edge and DDP teaming up to take on Christian and Booker T. 2 feuds up at Mania. You had Edge versus Booker T.
Like fighting over shampoo.
Really? I don't remember that.
Do you know?
No. And then you had DDP versus Christian for the European title. Christian had cost DDP the European title on Raw. He lost it to William Regal. So here we have this match.
You remembered that, but not why Edge and Booker T were for you.
Nope. It was a short match, but DDP gets the win with the... Wait, no.
DDP hit the
diamond cutter and Christian broke it up. Booker T with the scissor kick, and Booker T and Christian get the win.
Nothing really much to it, was there?
And that was about it.
Nothing. Oh, gone way too far. Angle is running down his achievements in the back, saying all the things he's won. Yada, yada, yada. So Vince says, all right, my next pick, you are that. So then Flair comes out to the podium, and he picks, he says he'll try and pick Austin for Raw, and he picks the NWO as a collective unit for Raw. So that's Hall and Nash and the new member of the NWO, which is X-Pac, which is nice.
Yes.
In the back, Vince is really vexed about this. Like, oh, I wanted the NWO, they're my poison. So Angle's like, I know who to pick. And he whispers a name in the air, which is...
Chris Benoit.
Wow.
Because Flair had been speaking to Chris Benoit behind the scenes. He'd been injured for a year at this point. He after TLC 3. Last episode.
Go watch that.
Hey, how
go
good
watch
is that?
3.
Yeah, plug. Right, so yeah, Benoit got injured after TLC 3 time, and he's been out since then, and he's coming back, and Vince picks him, because Kurt Angle tells him to.
That's a good point. In the back, we get a very surreal moment, because you've got Ric Flair and Arn Anderson talking to the 3 members of the NWO, Hall, Nash, and X-Pac. It's like watching Nitro. It's a bit strange.
It's
quite a surreal
It was like
thing.
a Nitro segment on Raw.
And then, Flair in this segment as well picks Kane as his next choice, which is...
So far, we've got, for Raw, we've got Undertaker, NWO, and Kane.
All big
Vince has got Rock, Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit.
Yeah, so SmackDown clearly winning.
It's
At this point, yeah. Match number 3 is fucking awful. It's Trish defeating Ivory. Trish looks so bad she can't run the ropes. Everything she does looks sloppy. She does a crossbody off the top where she comes down on her side, for example. It's just awful.
It's about 18 months about 2 years almost until she becomes decent.
It doesn't look good at all. Stretch factions win. Vince out. The fans chant, "You are asshole." I am again. It's very entertaining. He picks Hulk Hogan. Which is nice. Just need to point out a little thing here. We're watching this on the network, obviously, and Hogan's dubbed music here. Oh, it's so bad. I mean, it does sound a bit like Voodoo Child, but no, not good. Not good at all.
It's awful. It's horrible.
Flair comes out. He picks Rob Van Dam, Rob Van Dam, is the Intercontinental Champion at this time. Does that make the IC title exclusive to Raw?
Yes, it does.
Excellent.
The only people who can wrestle on both shows are the World Champ and the Women's Champ. So
of course, yeah.
It's exclusive to Raw.
Yes.
The IC Championship.
Vince is not happy about the fact that they've got the Intercontinental Championship. So Angle's like, well, just put me in a match with him and I'll win the championship for you. And Vince's like, yeah, that's a good idea. That's why you're the number 1 pick. The number 2 pick. Maybe you should have been the number 1 pick. Very entertaining stuff. In the back, Hogan talks to Rock. He wants a handicap match tonight, him and The Rock versus all of the NWO, and that's nice.
He should never do backstage segments.
No.
His acting is so wooden. It's horrendous. He should always be on a line of coke in front of a screen being interviewed by someone with Mean Gene.
What do you mean?
Just honest opinion.
Vince chooses Billy and Chuck next. as a unit. That will come into
Great team.
That will make sense in a minute why he picked them as a unit. The Lugs Slam of the Week. Did you have some Lugs when you were younger?
I did have a pair of Lugs when I was younger. Yeah.
Don't know what Lugs are. I've never heard of them before.
The shit trainers.
The Lugs Slam of the Week is Kevin Nash putting The Rock through a table with a jackknife powerbomb, which is lovely. Match number 4 is the handicap match. It's interesting that Hogan goes to Rock and says, I think we should have a handicap match. It doesn't say right now, it's just that it's right next. It's like, makes you wonder about the format of the show. Like, we've got this show planned out, but they want to swap this match in there. Well, no, that's what happened. Anyway, Hogan is your brother in peril. Gets a hot tag to Rock. Rock kicks out all the asses. And you've got Nash laid out with a rock bomb. Hogan wants to tag. He wants the leg drop. That doesn't happen. As X-Pac gets him with his nunchucks. And then Kane comes out to make the save. And the three baby faces kick all the asses. Was this
the NWO win by DQ?
Was it right? Just what I think, I haven't written this down. Was it this on Raw? Was it the next SmackDown?
Kane and Rooney.
The Canaanites. Yeah, that's the one. Fucking brilliant. That was brilliant.
Fuck's sake.
In the back, Vince barges into Flair's office. So Flair chooses Booker T. In response, Vince chooses Edge. Flair then chooses Big Show for reasons. So because Flair chosen a big guy, Vince chooses Rikishi because that's great.
Well, great. Maybe we'll see his fat ass on your face again.
That's the best part of it. That's superb. That's superb.
Yeah, they're making 10 picks each, so obviously they've got to speed it up a bit. So they've just made 4 picks in 2 minutes.
Match number 5. It's Billy and Indeed or Chuck versus the Hardy Boys.
Matt and or Indeed Jack.
Oh man, there's a bit on the outside where you got Rico trying to get one of the tag belts, and Lita hits a Rana off the apron onto him. It's not nice. It's not nice at all.
Mark!
What?
How many pills is Jeff Hardy on?
Well, Jay, I think Jeff must have been on at least 4 pills at this time.
He looks smacked out.
He does not, yeah. He was bin.
Anyway, Jeff rolls up Chuck to get the win, thanks to the Lita Kunrana on the outside.
Controversy as Ric Flair picks Bubba Ray Dudley. It's made obvious that he would have picked Devon as well, but wait! Vince picks Devon, the Dudley Boys, the greatest tag team ever.
And we both turned to each other and said, why did he not pick the Dudley Boys as a unit?
Yeah, so the NWO are allowed to be a collective thing as 3, and Billy and Chuck are allowed to be a tag team.
Don't know.
Wait, I thought they are the tag team champions at the time.
Okay, they're the tag. Alright, forget them. NWO still. Okay.
Vince decreed that they are allowed to. I don't know. I get so confused. Well, next up is match number 6. It's meant to be Rikishi versus William Regal, but as William Regal's making his way to the ring, who should appear?
Bork Laser!
Bork Laser appears and does something which genuinely does look impressive as he hits the F5 on Rikishi, and a very young and not quite as muscly as he looks now, Bork Laser just picks up Rikishi like it's nothing. It's fucking scary how much strength that guy has. Next up, Jazz is at WWF New York, as Boris just mentioned. Because she's the women's champion, she's allowed to be on both shows. She's a bitch, and she's going to be on both shows, is her point. Out comes Vince. You are an asshole, Chance, all night long. He decides he wants to pick Bork, but there's one little problem, which is...
It's not Vince's turn.
Vince's turn. So, of course, Flair naturally comes out and picks Bork, because why wouldn't he? Vince shows us that he is a comedy legend because they were talking about how much potential Brock Lesnar's got. So Vince says, well, I'm going to pick someone who's got just as much potential as Brock Lesnar, and of course he picks...
Mark Henry.
Ms. Mark Henry has got as much potential as Bork Laser.
Nope. He's been in the WWF for 6 years at this point.
No. Flair then picks Regal, meaning the European Championship is exclusive to Raw. In response, Vince picks Maven, because Maven was the Hardcore Champion at the time, so the Hardcore Championship is exclusive to SmackDown. I don't remember that being the case.
No.
I'm sure I remember the Hardcore title being on Raw and SmackDown. I don't remember what happens. Let us know down below if you want to. You don't have to, though. Our last pick is Ric Flair picks Lita as his final pick. The only diva who was drafted. And so that was the first 20 members of the roster were drafted. Every other one, all 37 of them, as I've worked out, was drafted afterwards on a... they did it on WWF.com. And then Jericho was posted to SmackDown a week later. And of course, was it a week later that Austin was...
it wasn't long after.
Yeah,
no.
Austin went to Raw after coming back to the WWF. Match number 7 is Kurt Angle versus RVD for the IC title. Angle does suplexes. Rob Van Dam does kicks. Who would have thunk it? Tim White gets kicked by RVD as RVD comes off the top rope and he throws the match out.
He does.
That was such a bollocks.
Well, no,
finish.
Kurt Angle pulled him in front of the ref.
No, it's still a stupid finish. Didn't like that at all. Angle retains, and then Edge comes out and attacks Angle with a big belly to blade suplex, and they brawl, and it needs all 6 referees to separate them, which is quite entertaining. And then, surprisingly, our match of the night was our main event, which was Triple H defeating Stephanie McMahon and Chris Jericho in a triple threat match to retain the Undisputed Championship. This match, on paper, was going to be crap, wasn't it? Because it had Stephanie in it. But
this match was extremely entertaining. Stephanie took an absolute kicking in this match. Now, I don't condone violence on women, but she made it look good.
Yeah, she took a fair lick of bumps, didn't she?
She did.
And the thing is, she was also very entertaining. Like, at one point, Chris Jericho accidentally bumps into her, so Seth gives Jericho a damn good slapping. Jericho shoves her down, and she's like, wait, it's not right, we've got to attack Hunter, because of course, if she's pinned by Hunter, she gets fired. So she's allowed to pin Jericho. She could potentially become the first undisputed women's champion, the first woman undisputed champion.
Jericho could beat Stephanie as well, because she laid down for him.
Yeah, she did. That wouldn't be fired. That wouldn't be a problem. The very first thing, one of the first things that happens in the match is Hunter knocks it outside, and Steph lays down, like, come on, pin me. Jericho climbs on top. Hang on a sec. Jericho covers her, and Hunter pulls her out. And it's nice, and Steph looks fucking shit hot, doesn't she?
Yes.
Leather outfit and all that. And if that isn't enough, folks, Hunter wins with a big deep breath. Say it with me. Quad-ripping spinebuster of doom, man. Now, do you reckon, like he does, that's because Steph didn't want to take the pedigree, or what? What do you reckon on that one?
I think it's because she couldn't take a pedigree, or she didn't feel comfortable taking one. Having her head near Triple H's penis, which is what she's been doing for the last year. But yeah. So Stephanie's gone, never to be seen ever again. They do the Bananarama.
Yep. No.
Is it Bananarama?
I don't know who that's by. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, Hunter gets the crowd singing. Stephanie is hilarious as the security come out and try and drag her away, and she's clinging onto the fucking ring post. I won't go. It's one of those, look, if you guys drop her, she's going to face plant the steps, which is kind of what you want to see.
And that's
it.
Pretty much it. I mean, this has been a quick episode in the fact that the matches weren't very long. There was a lot of segments that we got through, but it was a pretty quick. It's an hour and 35 minutes. It's on the network. If you go to Raw Replays 2002, March 25th. Yep. That's it.
What do you think of the show?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought
there wasn't anything that was. The women's match was terrible. Taz and Perfect is nothing.
We get 7 matches in an hour and a half, as well as all the draft segments. It flies by. It just absolutely flies by.
It's good. I think this is the. Does the draft make the show? Yes, because the matches are awful. But the main event's got nothing to do with the draft.
Nope.
And I liked it. I thought it was good.
I enjoyed the show.
See for yourself. Let us know.
Yeah, go watch this on the network. Get back to us and tell us what you think, or if you remember it, tell us what you think. Next up, I am going to do my pick. I'm going to do the episode of Raw from 1998. Where it was Austin versus Vince McMahon in the main event. It's significant because it's the first time that Raw had beaten Nitro in 84 weeks. And then we're going to let you guys pick. Now, as you may remember, episode 3 of this series had a theme, which is that we let you guys pick out of 3 shows that all had ladder matches on them. You guys picked TLC 3. It was highly enjoyable. This time, you guys get to pick again. Episode 6 will be your pick, and the theme is going to be firsts.
Are you ready for this? They're all shit.
Okay, so your first pick will be the first episode of WCW Thunder. Your second pick will be the first weekly TNA pay-per-view from 2002. And your third one will be the first episode, not the pilot, but the first proper episode of WWF SmackDown.
In August, not in April.
Yes, from August 1999. Let us know in the comments which of those 3 shows that you would like me and this guy to review.
Tell us why as well.
Yes, that'd be great.
Don't just pick one. Tell us why.
Yes, because there is a theme which is first, but we'd like to know why you want to see these ones. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Cashing In, Marking Out.
Yeah, we'll be back in
February. Yes, I've been Mark P.
I've been Bobby C.
Aha! And thanks for watching. Let us know down below what you think. Subscribe. Check us both out on Twitter. The links are in the description down below. Take it easy and good night.